it is Bricule. We're going to be painting sharks. It's not really Minifig Workshop, but you know, you can still use the same techniques and stuff on minifigs, but it is Lego customizing, which I just dump into this playlist. I'm thinking I'm going to paint one as a tiger shark and then one as a black tip. So first we'll have to choose which mold we want for each, because you know, some of the head molds are rounded noses, you know, some of the snouts are pointy, and then there's a couple different bodies, but let us see. You'll want reference material. So you can see tiger sharks have a rather flat nose. So instead of the old classic shark, which is pointy, we'll go with a newer one that has a more rounded snout, although it's still not as flat as I would like, but it'll still look nice once it's painted. And I'm probably going to just go ahead and use newer bodies since they are easier to come by, and I don't really want to mess up too many of my classic sharks, although I do have quite a few. But yeah, I like the new mold with the gills. It's going to be nicer for painting. So we'll probably go with that. Now they do have some printed eyes. So I don't know which one to go with, because this just looks too angry. Tiger sharks don't look that angry. So I think for the tiger shark, we'll go with the classic eye. And then I'm going to paint a black tip, which I think I'll go with a classic eye as well. But that one will be fun because that one has more detail for the white on it. So 2 of those sharks. Do I have another of them sitting nearby? Alright, so once you've got your 2 sharks, you will also need paint. I'm going with Tester's paint because that is what I have on hand at the moment. I prefer Games Workshop paint, but I haven't bought any for a while. But we'll do that for some other videos. So I have some blue I'm going to use for a bit of a shading on the tiger. And then white and black, which will be on both of them. And with Tester's paint, you gotta make sure you have the enamel thinner and brush cleaner, or you're pretty much going to kill the brush after one use, because Tester's paint is some really hard to clean off enamel stuff. You will want a cup of water, your choice of paint brushes. You know, you'll want to go with some tiny brushes since you're painting little fine details. And you will want paper towels, because you don't want to get the place messy. So, for Tester's paint, especially with light colors like white, you might be able to get it in one go, but it's good to, if you let it dry and then give it another coat. But we'll see once the first coat is on there. I forgot to mention stuff before I went and started painting. Alright, so Tester's paint, you'll see it's kind of separated the liquid from the actual paint in the bottom. See right there? So you'll want to shake the paint pot up real good. See? So shake it up, or you can stir it, but shaking works pretty well. And you want to do that with all the colors before you use them. So after you are done painting with the color, you will immediately want to wipe it off on a paper towel, then dip the brush in here, and then, you know, keep doing some cleaning, and then once you're done with that, you'll want to clean all of that off in the water. But yeah, okay, now I will go and paint. Alright, so another thing to remember, this stuff smells really bad, so you want to make sure you're in a ventilated room or you might get sick. Also, it is toxic, so don't lick your paintbrush or anything like that. So this is the first layer of white, first coating of white for the black tip shark. So you can see it's not really a solid color, but you know, it's to be expected with light colored paints like that. So just take like one or two more coats. And I was about to say something else, but I forgot. Do. Alright, don't worry too much if you're not perfectly symmetrical or don't have perfectly straight lines, because even on real life sharks, they have a bit of a discrepancy in the patterns and stuff like that. So it makes the individual sharks unique. So don't worry too much if the edges are not straight. And then for the tiger, I just put the blue line here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to layer the white under it. So then that's got like a bit of a shading to it. And then I will do the black stripes. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then I'll let you know how many coats they took. Ta-da! I painted sharks! Sorry this video is late for Sharkweek. The paint was giving me a bit of trouble, and they're still not quite as nice as I'd like. I have decided I do not like Tester's paint. I am used to Citadel paint for Games Workshop stuff, which is much better in my opinion. But let's take a look at them. We'll get the one that I think looks the worst out of the way, which is the tiger shark. Yeah, he didn't turn out as cool as I thought he would. I'm thinking it might be the white. The white might be too bright. It might be better with a light gray, so I might redo that with a light gray coating. But I think the spots and the stripes turned out pretty good. Again, you don't have to worry about them being perfectly symmetrical because it's a shark and they do vary in nature, so that works. I tried painting the teeth in there, which I think gives it a bit of extra nice detail, but again, I think the white needs to be light gray. I tried to get light gray, but they didn't have it at my local shop, and the place had kind of been ransacked. Somebody spray painted all over the place, so I couldn't even read the paint labels. And then this one, which I think turned out quite nice, is a black tip reef shark. You know, I think it turned out really cool. I might do a couple more of these because, you know, it just worked. Not really any extra detail on the teeth for this one. I might redo that later, but I think it looks good here. So yeah, the white paint took about 4 coats, and it's still not as solid as a coating as I would like, which the Tester's paint was dissolving the rest of the paint under it. So it's like you have to let a single coating of white dry for days before you try to put the second coat on, and that's just going to take forever. So I recommend different paint brands after this. I used to paint more with Testers when I was a kid, and I don't remember having that much trouble with it. So who knows? But yeah, a couple of neat painted sharks. Oh yeah, I also filled in the eyes with black paint, which I think makes them pop a bit and look nice. But you know, the bright color is not terrible for the tiger. It's just not quite as nice as I had hoped. It'll still look kind of neat in a display though. So thank you for watching. Sorry it's a bit late for Sharkweek, but you can love sharks all year long, not just for 1 week. So I'll see you in that next video. Also, don't forget to check out Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for some more of my cool Lego stuff. Special thanks to the patrons that I have at the moment, and I hope to see more of you soon.